What up, YouTube? You already know Big Lou tapping back in with what it do with Big Lou. One more again in the ZR2, baby. So I'm on my way home. Just got done getting Daisy stitches removed from her ears. Um, and as always, you guys already know. First time you're coming to the channel, it'd be highly appreciated if you hit that sub button, that like button, and share with your family, friends, folks, peoples, gente, buddies, pals, amigos, and panas, right? So I ran a live earlier on my way here to Vacaville, California. And now I'm on my way back. So Daisy was very strong. I had to hold her hind legs, and the assistant held her her head. I was holding her head too. What's up, Grant? So yeah, so she did well. Excuse me, we got all the stitches out. Tomorrow's a XL Bully event in Lodi. I'm gonna go. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go, but I'm not gonna take her now. I asked the question, which I didn't think it was gonna be good to take her, because you figure even though the stitches are taken out, there's still some it's still fresh. You know what I mean? And who knows what anybody's dog could be carrying or whatever. So the vet advised me to. He said I wouldn't take her. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with what he said, and I follow his directives on that. Wow, look at that. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. But Grant's got a nice, beautiful female too, man. He's got a tricolored, a black tri. So that means that black tri means she's three, obviously black and tri. So she's black, brown, and white, I believe. And then they got brown tris, blue tris, and that's basically blue, brown with white, and then brown with a rust color brown, and then white. Daisy's gray and white, but in some spots I can see some areas of her coat. I can see brown. I can see some brown coming in there. He said, "Yeah, that's waiting a week, bro." Yeah, exactly. So she's doing real well. Especially with the kids, man. She loves the kids. She's very good with the kids. And the kids love her. They got their own little. Each of my daughters, the little ones, they have their own little love for the dog. My older one likes to get down and pet her through when we don't have her out. She pets her through the crate and talks to her. You know what I mean? And when she's out, she gets her in all those spots she likes to be petted. But even yesterday when we went for the little walk to where I take her, the way they play together, man, it's awesome to watch. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it real. It's awesome to watch. I like to see her interact with Daisy, and I like to see Daisy interact with her. And the dog, man, I was blessed with this dog. She's got an awesome temperament. She's just badass. Her temperament's on point, man. Like I mentioned before, I mentioned this earlier, you can feed her like this from your fingers, a treat or whatever you got, or you can feed her like this from the palm of your hand, and she don't snap. You know what I mean? And she walks on the leash. Even when I don't have her on the leash, she walks right next to me. She stays right by me. And if she sees anybody that's strange, a strange person come around, like when I take her to where I take her walking, she gets like in this position where she's like protecting me, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? Or like she's putting her body in between me and whoever that is. You know what I'm saying? The same thing when she sees another animal or another dog too, same thing. So that's cool, man. Like I said, And then she's 6. She just turned 6 months old. She's got a loud bark already, like a big dog. So this cat was getting in his car, and it was at night. We had took my son's dog, to go play, and he got in his car. He was walking to his car, and she was behind my truck. I had her tied up to the wheel, and I was cleaning up some of the mud, the mess that she had made, and she just barked. But you don't know it's coming. You're just gonna spook you a little bit, startle you, whatever. And then he jumped. Well, I don't know if he jumped or not. I wasn't looking, but I'm pretty sure he did, because her bark was loud. And then if you're not expecting it, you're gonna you're gonna jump. You know what I mean? So, anyways, she's a very good dog, man. I'm glad. And she plays fetch. She plays tug of war with my daughter. She plays fetch. Yesterday was the first time she played fetch with her, but I knew she fetched though, because maybe a week ago I seen her pick up the stick, and I picked up the stick and I started throwing it, and she would go grab it, bring it back to me, and drop it. You know what I'm saying? So, another thing is too that she probably mimicked her mother and her sister, because the sister was an older dog. I mean, it's her older sister from another litter, a different litter from hers and her brothers, and also a different father. They just got the same mother, but she's like a year and a half, something like that. And so, the dogs, the puppies or the younger dogs, they mimic the older dogs. Monkey see, monkey do, that concept, And so she might have watched her mom, fetch a ball or something. I don't know. But she did it, like I said, yesterday was the first time my daughter played fetch with her. And she went and got the ball. I mean, it's pretty long. It's about a foot and a half, about a foot and a half long, and it squeaks, and it's red, white, blue. So she was playing with that. And so now she's laying down. She's back there laying down. She's in the very back. I'm in the little, it's an SUV, but it's those smaller ones. It's not, because I got two. I got the Armada, which is, I call it the truck. And this is her first time riding in this car. This is the smaller SUVs, the little small size or whatever. Seeing the pic, bro. So yeah, that was her. What's up, Mike? PN Media News. If you haven't, go tap in his channel, check his channel out. Yeah, that's her in the back. I had the back open because I put her back there, and I was chilling with her, talking to her before we took off. So she's doing good. You know what I mean? A little more healing to do, and she'll be done. Loyalty for life. Tone Loc Bud. Big Blue. How was it? How was what? How did the ears turn out? Or how was the phone call I was supposed to get? I didn't end up getting the phone call, so I was a little mad that I ended up stopping the live stream earlier, because I made a call and found out what was going on, why they didn't call me, and I guess they had some type of urgent call supposedly, and they didn't even call me to let me know. So I was a little mad because I stopped the live stream earlier. I had a good little crowd in there, 8 people, 10 people. I mean, I don't like to stop it, when I have, that amount of people in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not much, some people would say, but, that's just me, man. I like to keep the talk going or whatever. But if anybody wants to come on, let me know. I'll drop the link. But yeah, Grant's got a beautiful dog, man. Did you get Valentina like that already with their ears cropped, or did you pick that certain cutout? Because originally I picked the short. I think it was called short show. I think that's the one I picked. But then when we did the measurement, I kind of made it a little bit less. I think 1.25 inches I made it. So let's see, Daisy, that's good. Yeah, Daisy, yeah, her ears came out good. He said that the vet was like, yeah, that's normal the way it looks. That's normal. He said that's, we encourage the clients to come back to get the stitches taken out, so that's what I did, because they don't charge you no extra for that. You know what I mean? It's just the drive that I had to take, and I wasn't looking forward and really wanted to take that long drive, but I did it nonetheless. Some might say, well, why'd you take such a long drive to go get the things done? Well, for one, I had to take care of something out here that day anyways. So I came out here, and then for two, the price. It was a lot better price. I mean, prices they want to do these ear, they crop the ears now, man, it's expensive. Plus, she was a little heavier because of her age. You know, most of the time, you get the ears done at like, you know, like between 6 and 10 weeks old. You know, usually, you know what I mean. And so she was already 5 months old when I got the ears done. About 57 pounds she was. So that's why a lot of places were charging a lot of money. Same place in Texas. That place, QBNN, takes his dogs for ears. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he takes all his dogs to the same place. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, that did. If you guys don't know, I put out his link the other day. I can't do it now because I'm driving, but hold on. His QBNK, Quality Bully Nation Kennels, but it also means Cuban, you know. But he put a spin on it. Yeah, my glasses fell, man. I don't even see him now. Oh yeah, got him, coach. Put me in, coach. So, anyways, yeah, QNB Kennel is a fucking badass channel, man. They tell you every and anything you need to know about the American bullies, breeding, diets, exercising, weights, you know, as far as exercising to put muscle on, realistically how it goes being a breeder, you know, annually, you know, being realistic about it, that, you know, some people think, you know, you get a male, get a female, they grow up, breed them, or they think, okay, this I'm gonna buy a male from this well-known male producer stud, and I'm gonna get a female from, you know, his production from another female or whatever, and then I'm gonna bring them back and breed them, and I'm gonna make a ton of money. Well, that's not how it works, because you figure you bought the dog for anywhere from, you know, $1,500 to $5,000 for the dog, for the puppy, and then, you know, that first year you can't breed them, right? A male you can start breeding them after about a year, but even then they don't finish growing, you know, height wise until around probably 2 years old, a year and a half, well, maybe a year and a half, year and a half height wise. But then after that, between a year and 2 years, that's when they start filling out, right? They start filling out. Some dogs don't stop filling out till like 2.5 years old. A male, a boy dog. And then females, you should wait till the third heat. That's what I believe, and that's what Raul from that QBNK says too. Some people say second heat, but to each his own, right? But you have no puppies produced from these dogs yet, so how can you put a high dollar on these dogs, because you have nothing to show for them yet? And even after your first litter, you don't have nothing to show for them really either, because you figure the puppy's got to be at least a good 6-8 months before you can start like saying, well, hey, check out his son over here, check out his daughter over there, or check out her son over here, check out her daughter over here. Or I kept 2 daughters. This is what they look like now. They're 6 months old, 8 months old. You know, that's one way to do it. The other way is that, you know, once the dogs get a certain age, you know, you drop the second litter. Sometimes you can refer to people, hey, check out these puppies. These are from the first litter, you know, and now we just dropped another litter. Hopefully, if you skip the litter, maybe they might go and, you know, check them out, you know, that way. But most likely, no, you know what I mean? So it's really like the third litter that you really can bump the price up and start making some decent money off the puppies, because you got 2 litters to show how they look. You know what I'm saying? This age and that age. You know what I'm saying? Money gang. What's up, Playboy? What up, Money gang? Steve Tortola, Italiano, Canadiano. What's going on, man? Let's see. Q, it is a great channel. I'm so glad you're there. Now I'm from UK and shy, and I know you're not. So was thinking, and God, Lou, a Spanish speaker from the US, and they're to vouch for me and translate. Oh yeah. I trip out on that because he starts out. He does. So I just found out. I knew he was Cuban. Well, I figured he was Cuban since he was from Florida. But I found out yesterday watching a video. He's half Venezuelan, half Cuban. His wife's Cuban. So that's why he's got the ties to Venezuela. So he has his own kennel partners in Venezuela as well. But it's funny because you have these Spanish speakers on the panel, and he'd be like, "Oh, hola, soy Raúl del KB&K Kennels. Aquí hablamos de los American Bullies." He said, "We're here to talk about the American Bullies," but he says it in Spanish. That sounds funny. But anyways, yeah, I watched a couple of Spanish shows. You know what I mean? But let's see what else. Maybe we can do something, bro. I know you well enough. I know you well enough to know you will be all in. So between us both, we can build up some type, some hype for our dogs and get some nice coin. Or oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I was always like different videos, I'll be like, people should know my character by now, that's been around. And just like with Grant said, me and Grant probably known each other for about a year on here, close, if not real close to that. So, people should be able to, by now, should determine, be able to come up to their own conclusion of what type of person I am. You know what I mean? And yeah, Grant, we could definitely do something. Because you got a nice dog too, and it's not about. I'll keep it real. I'm a bully, XL bully. I'm not into the other ones. I just posted up a shorts a minute ago from the kennel I was visited afterwards. And he's got the bullies, the pockets, and he had a few shorter ones, and I want to say they're probably micros, I guess. I'm not really into that look. I'm into some of the bullies, the pockets that have a nice, they have that pit bull look face. You know what I mean? I don't like the ones that are all pushed in like bulldog looking dogs for me. I'm not into all that because to me, it's like it's just like looking at a bulldog, and you can hear the breathing problems. The tongues out their mouth, they haven't even exercised, and they're barely breathing. They're breathing all hard. I'm into the giant pit bulls, right? Which are now known as the American Bullies, right? Because yes, they got American Pit Bull Terriers in them. Yes, they have American Staffordshire Terrier in them, but they also have American Bulldog. Could be Mastiff, could be Rottweiler, could be what's that one? Borobel, I think it is. They might even have some. They got, I said Mastiff already, Bull Mastiff. They have all those different dogs in them. You know what I'm saying? To come out with this breed now, this giant breed, American Bully double XL. I call some double XL, even though that's not really it's not a legitimate term. There's no such thing as a double XL bully, but anything over 20, at least 24 inches or taller is a double XL, because XLs are 20 inches to 23 inches for male. Females, I think they're 19 to 22 inches or 18 to 21 inches, something like that. And so my dog comes from sickness. Sickness is her father. Her sire. He's about 150, 140 pounds, 140, 150 pound male, and her mama is about 120, 125 pounds. Mama June, and she has a big old cranium, 25-inch head for a female, huge, right? And then the boy, the father, he's probably have a probably has a 27-inch head, 28-inch head. You know what I mean? And Daisy's got a good body. You can see too, like earlier when I had her in, I was in the bed. I was standing above her, and you can see her shoulders already and some of the muscle right there. And I'm thinking she's gonna be at least. I'm thinking at least 90 pounds, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a little bigger than that because she's 60 pounds now at 6 months old. She just barely turned 6 months old. She's already 60 pounds. You know what I mean? As far as height, I'm thinking height-wise, I'm thinking probably a good 20, 21 inch, 22 inch. I'm thinking maybe a little taller. I don't know. We'll see. Her brothers, there's two brothers. Okay, the homeboy that I got her from, he has her brother, the white one, the sole white puppy, and he's got a big old dome. And I understand too, some of the pictures they either do justice. There's a pro and a con to pictures. You know, sometimes the dogs are a lot bigger than they look in the picture, and sometimes the picture can be deceiving and they look bigger than what they really are. So he was telling me that it must have just been the angle, because I was like, damn, her brother's head is as big as the mama's. And he says, nah, I think it was the angle. You know what I mean? But I seen a picture of another one of their brother that was in there from the litter, and he's black. He's got some black, like half of his face, and white. He looks like he got a big dome too. You know, so you figure 5 months old, and I'm already impressed with their heads. They're gonna be big dogs. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be shining and bright like a diamond. They're gonna be on a male's gonna be a straight beast, straight stud. You know what I mean? She's my bitch though, so she's gonna be your highness. You feel me? I'm looking forward to breeder, but like I said, it's way down the road. You know what I'm saying? It's way down the road from this point. I'm gonna wait to her third heat. I'm gonna wait for her third heat. I'm not gonna go in her second heat because she could go in the heat any day. She can have a heat, her first heat, and it could be anywhere from now until 8-10 months old, her first one, and then she can come right back with another one, 2-3 months later. It just, there's no specific. You can't say specifically exactly the time frame on things when it comes to things. What's going on, Wendy? So you know what I mean, but I don't know yet what I want to do when it comes to breeding. What color should I, because originally I was thinking about just taking her back to a big blue male. You know what I'm saying? Blue nose. Or take her to a tricolor. You know what I mean? Any tri, a brown tri, a black tri, a blue tri, to try to get some different colors going. Because if you look at her parents are pretty much similar color. The grandparents now, her paternal grandparents, Horchata's a Merle, that's her mother's father, and her mother's mother, her maternal grandmother is white with brindle patches, and her name is Goldie. And then on the Shire side, that was the maternal grandparents I just said. Now on the paternal side, paternal grandparents, the father's Tommy Gunn. He looks like, in the picture, he looks brown. And the mother is the paternal grandmother's Blue Nose. So those are 4 different colors right there. You got brindle, you got Merle from the mother's side, the mother's parents, and then from the father's parents you got brown, and you got Blue Nose, gray coat. So you have 4 different colors on the grandparents. You know what I mean? Daisy's mother is pretty much Daisy's color, but different pattern. A lot of puppies came out Merle, so I have 2 pictures of her mother's siblings that came out Merle. So I'm thinking she may be a Merle carrier. So I'm gonna end up having to do the embark test to see what traits she carries, because if she carries the Merle trait, then I believe it's not good to breed her to a Merle if she carries the Merle trait. But then again, they got something called Phantom Merle. Phantom Merle where it doesn't show, but they're a Merle carrier. And then I even heard that there's some that carry the Merle gene, but they don't kick off no Merle puppies. Because if you guys don't know, you cannot breed a Merle to a Merle color. If you guys don't know what a Merle is, a Merle color is when it's like in blotches. It could be dark brown with dark brown blotches with that white kind of, or it could be or gray, excuse me, or it could be white with light brown blotches, and then there's some that are black with gray, black blotches with gray. Just type in Merle, and they'll show you. You also got, if you guys know the Queens of the Healer, the color the Queens of the Healer comes in, that's Merle. But you also have Frenchie Merles. I seen a Poodle Merle the other day. You got Merle Bulldogs. You got American Bulldogs. So when you come out with these puppies, they're worth a little more. Girls are worth more than boys by 1,000 usually. And then if you kick off any tries, that's a little bit more. And if you kick off any Merle puppies, that's a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So once you start having puppies on the ground, and like earlier I was talking to the guy there at DC Breed'em, that's the shorts I dropped on the little bullies, the pockets. He said that one boy that I showed, he's at the very end of the first set of dogs I showed. He's pretty chunky. He's way chunkier than the other ones. He has already 30. He's been bred 30. He has 39 litters he produced already. 39 litters. You figure with just say 5 puppies in a litter, that's well over 150 kids he's got. Man, he's never going to get out of child support with all them kids. But anyways, so yeah, it's important to know if Daisy's a Merle carrier, because if she is, then I will never, and if I'm correct on this, I'll never breed her with another Merle, because basically what Merle is a diluted gene, and it's like it's incomplete because the genes, how do you say it? Chromosomes, I think that's how you say it. Chromosomes are 2s, right? But when you got a gene, when you're a Merle, one of them is missing. So if you take one that's missing, a Merle, to another Merle, that's another gene that's missing, it's going to be problems. They can come out either blind, deaf, or both. You know, and that's just, you're not improving the breed that way. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. About a Millworth, LOL, long on the 8 related Merle. Long on the 8 related Merle can be safe. Check Q&A on this subject. Oh yeah, I know. That's where I learned. That's where I learned this from. I had no idea. I mean, I heard. I don't know if you watch this one. Grant, it's called Fit Bully TV. I get that. I like his message too. But his dogs are. He don't breed for size. He don't breed for color. He has a male Merle that he has named Ego that he just bred to his blue nose female, and he's keeping a puppy out of it, which he's calling it Merle Ego Jr. And then he has 2 litters of pups on the ground right now. He has a blue tribe female named Zara that he bred to a male named Hot Shot. Big, nice motherfucker too, man. And then he bred Ego to his female Maya, because she has the bulldog traits, the nose pushed in, the sad eyes. She's had some breathing issues. She bred her, I guess her last litter, she had some problems with puppies, cleft palates and stuff like that. So he's trying to clean up the breed. So his vision is to make the breed better, to make them as a working dog, such as, you know, they can be athletic, do bite work, all that type of stuff. And he has a little different perspective on things, but for the most part, it's to, you know, better the breed. You know what I mean? So he has a chocolate tri male named Tron. He's still kind of young. I think he's about 14 months old, 16 months old. and his main male is Eagle. He's about 2 years old. Merle, he's the light color Merle. And he just had his first litter. And then he has the blue female, and he has the blue tri female, which Zara is Eagle's mom. And then he has 2 puppies. Well, actually, they had 3 puppies, but between him and his kennel partner, they bred a pocket bully named Baloo to a standard Zara, the one that just had puppies, the blue tri. And they're trying to take some traits from the pocket and the traits from the standard female. And the puppies right now are like 6 months old, and they're bigger than their dad already, taller, and they're thick. They got thick necks, and you know what I mean. And so he's trying to better the breed. You know what I'm saying? And Raul's doing the same thing. It's just like I said, Raul. I think when it comes to differences. But then also Raul's dogs are athletic too. They can move, and you know, he keeps them active. You know, with the flirt pole, he has them running up and down the goat ramp. You know what I mean? He does all that. When he lets them out of the kennel, they have all that room in the yard to run. You know, not just pee and poop like he puts it. You know what I mean? So he's got a good thing going on there. Fit Bully, he has a couple, like I said, he has a couple kennel partners. So he has one that they have. Their dogs are more slender. I'll say it like that. Eagle's the biggest one for thickness wise. He's an XL. He's about 82 pounds, I think, 80-something pounds. He looks good though. He looks good. He's athletic. He can jump. He hangs from his jaws. You know what I mean? He looks good. Tron is still growing. I think he's a little bit taller than Eagle, maybe, but he's a lot thinner than him. But he's gonna, like I said, he's still gonna grow. He's like 14 or 16 months old. I think now he's gonna start widening out. And he kept another puppy from that litter named Tut, but one of his kennel partners I think that's his dog. And they didn't get that dog's ears clipped, but they got the other 2 puppies clipped from that litter. So you got all these different. You got 1 pocket, and then you got 2 puppies, which I think they're going to be standards or classics. And then Zara is a standard, and I believe Maya might be an XL. If she's not an XL, then she's a standard. But he has different sizes, and he has a couple of them that are real thin. Not real thin, like too skinny. What I mean is thinner than the other ones, and they're more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but Raul QBNK's his pack is, dude, he has some beautiful females over there. I mean the boys are, you know, they're beasts already, but the females he got, man, they got big thick old necks and big heads, like 22-inch heads, 21-inch heads for a female. That's good. You know what I mean? Because some of these dogs, man, they got 28-inch heads, 27-inch heads, but they don't look good to me. Like some of them, you know, they got a lot of loose skin. You know, like the jaws right here, the upper mouth, you know, I don't know what you call that. The skin here on the upper part, it looks more like a massive where it's a lot of loose skin. I'm not into that. I'm into more tightening up the face. If say you had a dog, say if Daisy was like that, I would breed her to a male that's got more tighter skin. That way the puppies don't repeat looking like the mom. There still might be 1 or 2, but you keep doing that, and eventually you breed out that loose skin stuff. You know what I mean? But Daisy's good. She ain't got no east to west. Her tail's where it's supposed to be as far as lengthwise. She don't have cow hawk or none of that shit. She got a good rear angulation. Her what do you call that? Her top line is good. You know what I mean? She don't got no underbite or overbite. You know, no kink tail. So we're doing pretty good already with her off the top. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. You know, I think at the time I'll just go with the best looking male that I feel looks like what I like, what I would want my dog to look like. So if it's a red nose, if it's a blue nose, if it's a black dog, black and white one, or all black, you know, a tricolor or whatever, you know, try black, try blue, or try chocolate, you know, whatever color, blue fawn, we'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a long ways off anyways, you know? So I want her to be healthy and, you know what I mean? be healthy and be part of the family with the kids. You know what I mean, and make the kids happy, and you know what I mean. Be there for us please her and her please us. Put it that way. I'm learning something here. You are Nick. What's going on, Nick? Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Some same with Q. He's trying to better the breed. Exactly. Exactly. JMSJ, what's going on, man? Have a blessed day as well, brother. Let's see. Just by lucky. Just by lucky, she's perfect. Same, bro. I was lucky. I knew nothing about all that when I got her. Well, see, I've had a lot of pit bulls back in the day. When I was younger, my last one I had was about 20 years ago. My dog Rojo. But I guess they were bullies too. Bullies been around for 30 years. They say we didn't call them that though around here. They were a big ass pit. They were just a big ass pit, but apparently they were bullies. And I had two pockets. They were pockets. Shorty was a female I had, a red nose. She was white with brown. She had some brown on her back. She was very short and stocky. And then I had a brindle named Funny, and he was short and stocky. Big old head for his size and big old chest for his size. And that's why we named him Funny, because he was funny looking to us. And then I had Rojo, who was an XL. I had Moki, she was an XL. I had Ruby Red, which was an XL. That was she might have been a standard. That was Rojo's niece. So that's 3 right there. 4, 5. And then I had Daisy's the 6th one. Because the other day I said I had 4, but no, I had Moki, I had Funny, Rojo, Shorty, Ruby Red, that's 5, and now Daisy, that's 6. Oh, and then I did have I think she was a Razor's Edge and a Gotti line, and Razor's Edge, blue nose female that I had got from a friend of my sister's that was in her wedding. She got out the yard and got pregnant by, I don't know what. It wasn't a puppies. He called them mutts because they weren't full-blooded. And because of that pregnancy, he didn't want her. He said that she was ruined. So he gave her to me. And then I ended up giving her to my friend, a friend of mine. I was supposed to get a puppy out of it, but I never was able to because I couldn't stay out of prison. You know what I mean? Let's see. Quick. Definitely quick. QMV started with pits and bullies. Yeah, he started with bulldogs, actually. He started out with bulldogs, American bulldogs. There's a lot of people that started out with bulldogs. You know what I mean? And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't like that name bully just because of what's associated with a bully, right? But I understand the concept of the word bully because it's the look of the dog, not the way the dog behavior or the way the dog acts or, his temperament of the dog. It's just no more than just the way it looks. And they want that bully look, right? I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't dig the name, but it is what it is. But I guess compared to calling it a pit bull, you know what I mean? Pit bull's got a bad reputation. A lot of bad, stories come along with pit bulls, even though us that had them in our past lives and still have them to the day, we know better than that. That you can't condemn a whole group because of, a few. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You can't do it. You know what I mean? So like I said, when you check these dogs out, the American bullies, they're if you do a DNA on American bully, you're gonna come back with like probably a little over half American Pit Bull Terrier or Staffordshire Terrier, and the rest is gonna be other things. You guys heard of what is it called? BGK, Big Gemini Kennels. Listen to what he has to say about the embark testing. And I understand. I get what he's saying because the American bullies are not a full-blooded breed, right? Okay, let me explain what I mean. So we all know the American bullies are a mixture of a bunch of different dogs in one dog, right? And then over the years, they just kept breeding the bullies back to the bullies, and so they cleaned up the breeding process or whatever, the bloodline, I guess you could say. Okay, so when these embark through the testing, they test full-blooded dogs, right? So dude from Big Gemini Kennels, I think his name's Andre, he says, well, how can you, I guess he had a conversation with them. He said, how can you guys say this stuff is legit when, no, I haven't did the testing yet, but I'm gonna do it because I want to know if she's a Merle carrier or not. So this guy's asking Embark, the testing company, how do you say that your tests are legit when you say you test full-blooded dogs only, full-blooded breeds? Okay, when it comes to the pocket bully compared to the XL, there's different dogs that make a pocket. There's different dogs that make an XL. When you go micro and all those other smaller ones, there's other dogs that make those too. You know what I mean? So how can you say your testing is legit when it comes to American Bully? Which he had a good argument there, and from the way he made it sound, they agreed with him. So that's the only thing I don't get there about that. My friends do bulldogs. They are a nightmare. LOL. See, that's the thing too. When you think C-sections, as soon as I heard C-section associated with these bullies, I'm like, C-section, that sounds so much like a bulldog, because bulldogs have problems having the babies. The babies get stuck in the canals, I heard. And I remember this from years back because I used to be into dogs big time when I was a kid. Then I started getting into the pits later on in my 20s. You know what I mean? So that's something to think about. You know what I mean? Same girl, I'm thinking about it. I know what colors mine carries. I'm thinking of getting it for health information. Avoid a problem before it becomes a problem. Yeah, that's another good idea. That's another, yeah, exactly. You find out if they have any type of heart issues, any type of kidney, liver, kidney issues, stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely a good idea. I believe too, with the QBNK's app, they give you what do you call that? They give you a discount off the Embark testing. I think it's like $40-$50 discount off. It's like I think it's $140 for the test. And it's simple too. You just don't feed your dogs yet, but you get the Q-tip thing and you run it inside their mouth. You get as much, not particles, but you get as much saliva and stuff like that off the dog as you can. And then you put it back in the thing, you twist it, and then you go like this 10 times, and then you send it in. And they'll and if you feed your dog, you're gonna get a lot of food in there when you do put the Q-tip in there. So that's why you don't want to do that. Mine's getting little bald patches. Q said it's probably a reaction thing from something she has ate. Yeah, it could be the food too. Could be the food. When you start having things like that, you gotta pay attention to the food and monitor the food, her intake, and then if you have anything mixed, you got to start unmixing it. Like, in other words, if you give her raw with kibble and all that, then some point take away the raw or take away the kibble, but at some point you're gonna have to leave one or the other, and you're gonna have to run like a test. You call that a test run? You know what I mean? Like, basically, until you can figure it out. I just hooked up with somebody that does raw food, fairly cheap too. He does raw food in a month's supply for like very, very, very affordable, somewhere in the hundreds, like $100 and maybe $20-$30 for a whole month's worth of food. So you figure you got an XL, you're probably already buying a bag, like say Victor's 40-pound bag, which is like $70 a bag. You know what I mean? So just think about it that way. You know, you would save. I think you would save money um, with the raw food. You know, and they'll hook it up, delivery and all that. All right. So I got a couple of samples they gave me. I got some business cards. So we'll go from there. You know what I mean? See how Daisy likes it, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see if you guys can see this water. You guys can't see it. Never mind. Yeah, you can't see it. I'm going over a bridge right now. So let's see. Do they skip? Do they ship to the UK? Every time I have tried to order one, it says unavailable. What is that? The embark test? I feed her origin 6 fishes kibble. Now took her off the raw. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I was giving her some antibiotics for this, because of the procedure she had. And I used some hot dogs, and she shit it like crazy that day. Well, she shit it like 4 times, but it was like 2 or 3 times, like pretty quick. And you know what I mean? It had a strong smell to it, and so I said, I'm not gonna feed her that no more. Not no hot dogs. So you know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta figure out that how am I gonna do that as far as the raw, and then and be realistic. Like, how long does she have? Like, how long do I keep her on it? I know this thing that I just ran across now with the samples. That's an all year round thing. You know what I mean? And he supposedly puts the meal together for you and all that, and also like with Grant said that his dogs got bald spots, so you gotta like start watching what you feed them, and then try to pinpoint what's going on there. This guy does the same thing, but he mixes he does his thing with the food, and then he'll start eliminating things to see what happens. Does it improve? You know what I mean? That's a trip. And another thing that was a trip was that he was telling the story about a puppy he sent somewhere. I sent you a picture on IG, bro. Hey, look, it's mainly on her face. Okay. All right, Grant, I'll do that. Shit, what was I saying? Nah, I forgot. Wow. My mind went blank. That's why I'm tired, though. That's how I get when I'm tired. I don't remember what I said. And anyways, I just dropped a video just before this one, just before I went live. It's about a content creator got targeted by, I believe it's another content creator, and then they're saying that this same content creator that came at him called in where the guy's wife works and made some type of threat. I don't know if it was a bomb threat or some type of violent threat. And it's like a hospital place. And, the hospital went on lockdown, until they could determine if it was a righteous, serious threat. But, I mean, who does that? Who does that type of shit to some people in the hospital? Like, I mean, who even goes after somebody's spouse or wife, girlfriend like that? You know what I'm saying? It's some chicken shit ass stuff, man. It's unbelievable that men do this type of shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's unthinkable. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, what to even say about all that? Like, it's fucking straight sick bullshit. You know what I mean? You got people in the hospital that are dying, you know, sick, terminally sick. You know what I mean? Somebody would call and do some shit like that. You know, that's crazy. You know, you figure some people need to be hooked up to machines and stuff, and then they have to be, you know, transported. If it would have been determined to be a legit threat, they would have had to been transported, and you know what I mean? Who knows what happened then? You know what I mean? So it's fucking nuts. Straight crazy ass shit, man. What do we got here? FBI. No, FB started the trend in that community. But that wasn't this what happened. These people are not in that genre. And that's what I mean. Like what I was saying the other day, I said on the channel, it's across the board, man. This type of shit that's going on. It's not just one genre in particular. You know what I mean? It's multiple genres. The so-called mob genre, the fucking prison genre, the fucking what do you call that? The gamer community or platform, however you want to state it. The fucking hip hop community. You know what I mean? It seems like no matter where you go, motherfuckers are just talking shit. You know what I mean? Got some stupid ass shit to say. You know what I mean? And then they ain't gonna bust a fucking grape at the end of the day. Literally, they ain't gonna do a damn thing. They ain't gonna kill nothing. They ain't gonna let nothing die. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they see a fly and in trouble. Maybe he's fucking sitting there, one wing's fucked up. They're gonna nurse that fucking fly back to hell. You know what I'm saying? But they come off like there's some fucking tough motherfucker. You know, and in reality they'll just pee on themselves. You know, fucking crazy. Bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. But anyways, so I just couldn't get over it. I can't put my mind. I just can't figure out who would pull some shenanigans like that, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put the person's name out there who they believe is doing it because I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I do know that somebody did it. You know what I mean? Somebody did it, and it's fucked up. You know, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy when it comes to that. But anyways, how long have I been on? 53 minutes. See what we got. What's Grant talking about? At this point, bro, nothing would surprise me. Hate that shit. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Laughing out loud. Yeah, I thought our genre was bad. Have you seen the chicks Chicago has been associated with that Maria chick? Nah, I haven't, but I heard something. But I don't fuck with that dude. That dude's a lying motherfucking scumbag. You know what I mean? Talking about I gave his information. Dude, I don't give a fuck who you are. You mean shit to me, dude. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Who do you fucking think you are, man? You really think I need to find out who you are that bad? Come on, dude. You're nobody. You're a lying ass fucking piece of shit that lies and tries to be the righteous one, like you're so righteous. Oh, you don't do this, you don't do that, but all the while you're threatening to call the police and the fucking FBI and shit. No, man, and say it right on the recordings too, and nobody else seems to have a problem with it. I don't get it. I don't get it. They poison nothing sacred. They poison nothing sacred with them. They all are. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right. You know what I mean? You're right. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. That's one thing I can say about you, Grant, and And most people, and I know you would say about me that I've never changed, just like you've never changed. You've always been the same person. You know what I mean? Whatever you believe in, and you stick with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I don't agree with motherfuckers that, decide to give up the whole nook and cranny. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit there and say, well, his situation, well, look what happened, or look what da-da-da, because at some point there, most of these dudes were fucking doing fucked up shit in the street. You know what I'm saying? And they were pointing the finger. What I mean by pointing the finger is not telling, but pointing the finger as in, hey, you're fucking up. You're doing this. You need to stop doing that. You need to start doing this. Blah blah blah. But in the meantime, they're running amok. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I've heard this saying before. Plus, I heard it in my personal life with people, and then I heard a well-known cat on here say that his father told him this, that don't ever be judging people because you never know if they're going to be the boss one day. You know what I mean? And that world, in that life, that's people, they don't forget. So if you crossed them before where you were pushing against them for whatever reason or whatever situation, they won't forget. And then when they get put in a position of power, more power than you have, they'll make sure that you get dealt with. They'll make sure that you have a hell of a time. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Vendettas and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's treacherous. It's treacherous, man. And most of the guys that come on here, they don't have no remorse about nothing. You know what I mean? Majority of them, it's like, no, I'm not a rat. This is what happened to me. They did this to me. Yada yada yada. Or they're trying to make themselves be out the hero all the fucking time, and everybody else is scum, but they're so righteous. You know what I mean? It's fucking comical, man. And the day that it became not about the supposed message, trying to steer kids from fucking up, and it became the Justice Department's on my side, blah 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 blah. That was it. I don't support that. No way, shape, or fashion. You know what I mean? To this day, I was, in my position at my job, the people that were subcontracted through our clients, they wanted me to, like, hey, watch this. If you see anybody, ask them to leave. They don't want to leave, call the police. No, definitely not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling no police. I'll tell them to leave. I'll tell them a couple of times to leave, and then after that, I'll call one of you motherfuckers, and you guys come and deal with it. What I mean by you motherfuckers is one of the guys of the construction company that we're subcontracted to, the construction managers. I'll have one of them deal with it. I'm not calling police, and I explained to them why I will not do that. I don't believe in doing that, and secondly, some of these people got mental issues. How we know that they're going to even handle the situation right? You know what I'm saying? We've seen too much bullshit happen with cops and treating people like shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to do that. Joey Melrose says Big Lou just got back. Happy. Just got back home. Puppy make out good. Yeah, she was good. Yeah, they took the stitches out. Yeah, no, everything was good. Everything was good. I just got to pick up from the store some couple little things. But yeah, no, everything turned out good. Yeah, I'm happy about it. I always knew that about you. They fooled us. I always knew that about you, bro. They fooled us all at one point. Free, and we push back, guys. Hope they get a result in the pre-trial. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I always said too about that movement, right? I always said about that we push back that it's not, in my opinion, in my personal experiences, it's not just the getting the lying informants on the stand. It's the fucking cops that take the lying informant statements and the cops that push the lying informants to push the lies. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll push up on them to push the lies. The fucking DAs that know that these guys are lying, but in order to convict somebody, they'll do whatever it takes. Also, the judges, you know, the way they run their courtrooms, they're supposed to be like the referee. They're supposed to be the one to make sure guys don't get railroaded or women don't get railroaded in their cases. You know what I mean? So many times, the judge is working it seems like hand in hand with the DA. You know, like when a judge tells juror number 10, you know, you're trying to get to that vacation or you're trying to get to that thing you got planned out. In other words, hurry up, get done so you can get out of here. Or a judge will say, you know, he'll bring it up in the court that he got these plans on Friday and, you know, he needs you know, you need to hurry up so I can get out of there for my plans. You know, you see that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Lucky loco. You know, innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty, but a lot of times it feels like guilty until proven innocent. And that's that's where the judiciary system is fucked up. Because that's not the name of the game. It's not guilty until proven innocent. Is that they're supposed to prove you guilty by a reasonable doubt, which don't do. You know what I mean? And that's why those judges need to step the fuck up and do their fucking job instead of fucking worrying about being out of the courtroom on Friday at a certain time. You know what I mean? It's crazy how they do some things on the taxpayers' dollar too. You know? It's a dang shame, man. It's a damn shame. It's supposed to be the best country in the world. You know what I mean? But yet everybody's getting railroaded in the courts and shit. You know what I mean? It's fucking comical. Fucking straight bullshit. You know what I mean? Straight bullshit. Exactly, bro. See, they can't change the rules when they can't get a conviction. I'm uploading a video. Okay, you're uploading a video. Yeah, but that's what they do, though. That's what they do because politics are one way, right? But then, depending what state you're from, yeah, depending how would I say this? Let me see. Well, from state to state, they have different laws, right? We know that. This state, it might be called this. That state, it might be called that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have a record. And sometimes, even if you're innocent, but you have some things that are similar to that, a lot of times you're screwed. You know, a lot of times you're screwed because you're, how do I say it? You're like, you know what I mean? You want to get out of there, you know, out of the county jail system in prison. If you can't get out and beat it, you know, you're looking to take the sweetest deal you can get. And a lot of times they come at you with such a sweet deal, you just take it because it's like, you know, this is the type of crimes you have on your jacket. And you know what I mean? Like one time I got picked up and they went in my pockets and searched me when I wasn't on parole or probation. And they found some in my pocket, some paraphernalia and a felony possession, right? But it was a legal search, you know what I mean? But then when I go to court, they come at me with 90 days, and this is the first deal, or like it was my first court date besides the arraignment, right? Which they don't usually come at you like that. Usually not. And so I tell my attorney, and it was a regular attorney too. I tell him, hey, tell him that I'll take 60 days in the county jail. So he walks over there. He's on the phone. My attorney tells the DA, he bends down, tells him in his ear, and he looks up at him, and I see his head go up and down like, yes. So that easy, 60 days and a half on a felony conviction. So I jumped on it, right? I jumped on it, and I think I had to turn myself in like a month and a half later, something like that, which I turned myself in, and they cut me loose the same day, uh, within like 8 hours. Within yeah, something like that, 6 hours, 8 hours. Okay, Wednesday will work. I have to make sure I have my son sleeping with the wife. Okay, so that's a guest I'm going to be having on next Wednesday. It seems like that's going to work out. Wednesday we're going to have a boxing live stream. Don't know yet exactly what the topic is going to be. If we're going to go over a pound for pound list, the current pound for pound list, our own pound for pound list, or we're just going to talk about boxing in general. But this guy's got a pretty good name. He's got a famous name, and he's related to a lot of royalty in that life, that so-called life. One side of his family are all gone now. They've all passed on, most of them. But he's got a dad that's still out there. So anyways, once we confirm this, I'll drop it in my community section, who it is. Damn, all this stuff's flying in my window. Jeez. This is a brand new windshield on this car I put. So anyways, so yeah, he just texted me right now. So that's good news. I've been meaning to collab with them. And then I found out today that he's been sick. So that's not good to hear, but better than anything else. As far as bad news. You know what I mean? At least a cold, being sick, you can get over. You know what I mean? Let's see. It's their job to catch criminals. It's the criminals' job to not get caught. It's nothing personal, but when they fabricate and cheat, that's not how the game should be. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean. Fabricate and cheat by the police, but not so much just them fabricating and cheating. The other part is them having somebody lie purposely just so they can close a case or make a case. You know what I mean? You got that shit going on way too much. You know what I mean? Let's see. LOL. I can relate. Yeah, a lot of people can't. Yeah. See, just saw a thumbnail. Daisy's ears looks good. Big blue. Yeah. They look good. I dropped that little short, and somebody commented in there. What did you get? Or what happened to the ears, or something like that? And then somebody else commented. Both these people I'd never seen before, their names, so they probably seen in the short comment. He said, "Oh, I cried for better looking." Some flopped ears compared to cropped ears. You know what I mean? I just believe that cropped ears is the way to go with this type of breed. It brings out some of the features, the head to the jaw, depending, you know what I mean? But it kicks off a wrong perception of the dogs, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Thing is, they don't feel nothing, knock them out. It's all got to be done right, obviously. You can't just take them somewhere and them just, start cutting on them. You know what I mean? That's way out. I'll never do no shit like that. You know what I mean? But sheesh. Hold on. Drivers are crazy, man. Yeah. LOL. I can relate. Hey, Grant, I don't remember. I don't remember if you answered or not, but I asked if you got Valentina like that. Were her ears cropped already, or did you pick out that cut? I asked you earlier, and you probably answered me, but I didn't catch it. Let's see. Yep, having a junkie predator. Yes, I get them charges to convict a big fish in the name of a career, claiming, oh yeah, it's like with John Gotti, like that. Come on, you're gonna let a guy that was involved with 19 murders get 5 fucking years just because you want this guy that for a Paul Castellano murder, but Paul Castellano had fucking more guys killed than Gotti did. You know what I mean? And this dude fucking killing guys to take their businesses over. You know, but according to him, he wanted to believe that he was a fucking straight up stand up guy. You know, he did nothing of the sort. You know what I mean? Nothing of the sort. He's a fucking turd. You know, and then come on talking, oh, I got 22 years in prison. Well, motherfucker, the first 5 you did in a fucking apartment, a fucking FBI headquarters apartment. You know what I'm saying? Bungalow, whatever you want to call it. You weren't in fucking prison attire and having to walk to the chow hall. You know, then he comes back with, oh yeah, the AB, they approved me to get these fucking older tattoos. But he ain't telling you that those ABs are in bad fucking standing too, because they're a rat just like he is. You know what I mean? He don't tell you those parts. You know, you leave it up to him, he'll fucking change the history of every fucking thing. You know, change the history of everything, and he'll fucking down talk everybody. You know, like the way he tried to do with Michael Francis. You know what I mean? That's the type of fucking, just like what he's doing with Michael Leonardo too. Oh, you were a hang-around guy. John didn't even like you. Oh, but gave him all your businesses. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Stop trying to change history, dude. You know, he's a creepy motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Old motherfucker want to be talking to a young girl like that, like all like us. When I hear that shit, I cut it off. I stopped watching shit. Same with the junkie and Phoenicia. It was a junkie that, oh, you talking about Pasqua? Said whoever killed the person, guilt or the guiltless guys are doing bird for a doing bird for is walking the streets free. See, definitely have you seen him with the chick that does his show? LOL. Definitely seedy. Yes, Pascal. Whoever killed that person is still walking the streets. Yeah. What'd you say about the other thing, Grant, about Valentina? Did you get her ears done, or did you buy the puppy like that? Schmiegel and Peanuts. And look, Schmiegel. Yeah, he's a fucking real fucking. That dude is like, you know what I mean? I used to listen to his stories because I would want to hear the stories, but after a while, man, it just got, always down talking guys, this guy was a fucking weenie, that guy was a weenie, this guy this, that guy that. John was Roy DeMeo. Roy DeMeo was a sick serial killer. Louis Molino did this, Louis Molino did that. He's the hero all the fucking time. I mean, he's just a fucking piece of shit motherfucker. And then he's on Vlad TV and he's like, oh, I could have put away, they want to say I put away 38 guys. I could have put away 338 guys. Like minimizing it. Like there's levels to being a rat now. The more guys you put away, the more you what? Come on, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the dude just doesn't like who he is. He has an issue with it. He knows he fucked up. And yeah, he's free. You know what I mean? But there's still a part of him that I believe is not okay with what he did. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, he wouldn't be talking like that. You know what I mean? Like, just like no heart, fucking just like an asshole. You know what I mean? Pretty much. So, but yeah, that's one of them fucking things. Let's see, bro. It's highly illegal in the UK to get ears done. Oh shit, it is. Okay. So you got her, you bought her from the United States? But Spiegel definitely creepy with the chicks. Yeah. It's the closest he will get to it's the closest he will get to region regain his honor. Huh. You know, it's a trip. Hey, Grant, do you watch Bullies? What is it called? UK Bullies or Bullies UK? The black dude is a black dude with glasses and a white dude. I like, dude. I swear to God, that fucking the bullies from the UK, man. I swear, dude, they got to be some of the baddest ones I've ever seen. I think they're giving California a run for the money. I think when it comes to XLs, I think Cali's on top. Is on the top. You know what I mean? I think Cali's on the top, but they're right there. UK is definitely right there, man. They got some badass dogs over there. What's that one? Oh man, what was her name? Dragon. What was her name? The guy kind of looks Arabic. And they just had puppies. I don't know if you've seen it. UK Bullies. Yeah, as I said, it's highly illegal, and I don't want to incriminate myself, LOL. But yeah, she's an import from Bulgaria as far as the UK government are concerned. Okay, cool. What up, Buzz? So Buzz has a channel. Buzz also has a bully. He's got a tri brown bully. And he's got a nice color, nice, the brown with the rust and the white, I believe he has. So Buzz Grant has a tri-black female. And I just got back from Vacaville. I'm in Stockton now. Just got back from Vacaville getting my dog Daisy's ears, stitches removed from her ears. So now it's just woken up for her now. I want to say, she's 6 months old right now. She's 60 pounds, but she's like 58 pounds. From now to 10 months old, she's going to get, I think, real big. You know what I mean? She's, because even in some of the pictures, she looks beefy. You know, that one on this thumbnail right here, the way she's sitting on the back of the little SUV, she's beefy. You know what I mean? But she's young still. You know what I mean? So, see what happens. Yeah, my pup is from the best of the best bloodlines in the UK. I will. What did I just say? Let's see. My pup is in the best bloodlines in the UK. I will DM you on IG. My advice is best to leave them as much as possible, and don't let her scratch. Yeah. Who you talking about? Leave the stitches in as long as possible? Yeah, well, today was day number 10. So originally when I had her done, they said 7 to 10 days. So today was the 10th day. So, but yeah, she's doing good, man. She's doing good. And I'm glad. Because I almost had second thoughts on getting the ears done. I almost backed out. I almost chickened out. Even though I had a dog done before. You know what I mean? Man, I miss that dog too. That motherfucker was a bad motherfucker. Roll, my dog Red. He was a red-nosed red devil. Well, his father was a Red Devil. He was his dad was straight red. He had to have at least, man. Now that I'm seeing some of these dogs with, 27-inch heads, 28-inch heads, 26, 25-inch heads, I want to say his dad probably had a easy 26, 27-inch head. 130-pound dog, easy. 125, 130-pound dog, no problem. And the mother, my dog's mother at that time, not this dog Daisy here, my last pit bull I had, Bully, his mother weighed like 25 or 30 pounds. He never got her to breed with his male. He got her as a pet. She was a red nose, a chocolate red nose. I don't know if you know Buzz, if you remember or if you even know, but there was this bison cat named Alfredo, and he lived on Mariposa Road just before you get to Kmart. So if you turn on Mariposa from Charter Way, he lived on Mariposa. If you're going, like I said, if you turn from Charter Way and going down Mariposa towards Kmart, he lived on the left side, driver's side, right by, I think it's called Snow White. And he had, I shit you not, bro, he had like 30 dogs in his yard. They were all chained up. And he would have literally 4 or 5 litters at a time. You know what I mean? And that's where we believe he got no, let me take this back. So he pretty much was known for having the chocolate red noses, right? And this guy's dog was chocolate red nose, and I think he told me that he had bought her from there. So anyways, like I said, he didn't originally was gonna breed these dogs, but one day he gets a call from his wife, and she's like, "Man, dogs are stuck." He's like, "What?" So you have a female that's 20, 25, 30 pounds. They got knocked up by a male, 130-pound male. So about 100 pounds difference. And so he tells me, he says, "Hey, Lou, I'm gonna give you the biggest bull on the litter." Right? And I'm like, "Okay, cool," right? Because I know what the father looked like, So I was like, "Cool." They get about, and he tells me like this. He said, "Hey, the fucking litter, they're gonna be blonde." He said the puppies are gonna be blonde, like Ric Flair, the wrestler's hair, blonde, bleach blonde. He goes, "They're gonna redden up as they get older." So there was some truth to that. But the part that ended up not being true was the fact that the mother was chocolate and not also a red. That it kind of fucked it up for some of the dogs. Some of the dogs were red. Some of them were still blondish. Some of them were chocolate red mix, and a few of them came out red, but not quite like the father. So me knowing this, I just automatically named the dog Red, Rojo in Spanish, and he didn't turn that. He ended up being more like an orange kind of. But anyways, he picked at the last minute. He changed his mind and said, "I'm gonna give you the second biggest boy." He said, "I'm gonna keep the biggest one, and I'm gonna name him CJ, Chopper Jr., because the father's name was Chopper." So one day this fool goes, "Well, okay, so he changed. I'm glad, because my dog Rojo ended up looking like a split image of his pops, but smaller version. He got up to about 80 pounds, which was decent. You know what I'm saying? 80 pounds is a decent size for a pit bull, right? Especially with a mother only weighing 25, 30 pounds. So what happens is one day he goes to Stockton. He says he went out of town, and he was only planning on running up, running back. But he ended up staying out, when he went out of town, he ended up being there for about 3 or 4 hours. He comes home. This is dead summer. He comes home. Fucking Chopper, the father, is fucking dead outside. He died of heat exhaustion. And he tore up the whole fucking, the door, the frame around the door, trying to get into the garage. He tore that whole fucking thing up trying to get in there. That's how strong he was, but that's how hot it was. And he ended up probably overheating himself and trying to work so hard to get in the door. And so this guy, he's dead now. He's gone. And he still had the mother, the one that bred with him. And then he kept 2 puppies, a female pup and a male pup. That's the one I told you, CJ Chopper Jr. The female, I forgot what he named her. And then, like I said, I had the second biggest boy, who ended up being the best looking one in the litter, in my opinion. obviously not going to suffice, but get better. It's done. The budget were done. They won't be there. One day, so I know it better. So that's what happened to CJ, and so I went to jail. I had to go do a year in the jailhouse, and he took him for me and kept him the whole 7 months. So that was a good deed. You know what I mean? I was cool with him. I would have did the same thing if I had, so right now, apartment, and Daisy sleeps in a crate. Hello? Straight pain in the ass, these fucking American Solar. I get about 10 calls a day from these people, man. It's a straight automated, same voice. So anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, the dog, so I went to jail and he took care of him for me. And then about 3 years later, I go back to prison. Rojo's with me. He goes to doggy jail. I go back to prison. I don't know what happened to Rojo, man. I always think about him. If he was alive right now, he'd be about 22 years old, 21 years old. So he's been long gone. I'm hoping that because he wasn't he had a good temperament, but he would get busy if he had to get busy. If a male came on his territory, he would get busy. But as far as like being out, he wasn't aggressive like that towards people unless I told him, watch him roll, get him. He would, but he had a great temperament. He got along good with female dogs, not so much male dogs, but if they did any type of research, looking into him and running trials on how his temperament were, he was pretty good. So I'm hoping that maybe at least a rescue was able to get him, because I don't think Stockton was adopting pit bulls out. Period. They were all going down and putting them out unless they had any type of rescue going. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping he went to one of those. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I always thought about him over the years. I think about sometimes he was a badass dog, man. I was able to pick his ears out how I wanted his ears done. You know what I mean? He caught parvo when he was little. Puppy, had to pay $100 a day to save him. It took 7 days. He bounced back. But anyways, wow. Let's see what time is it. It is. I've been on an hour and a half. Let's see her ears. Her ears. Man, it's sunny, man. Let's see, what is Grant saying? He said, my advice is best to leave them. Okay, I read that already. Her ears. Oh, leave her ears long, you saying? I don't like that look, especially if they got big, long, flappy ears. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. There's like my son's dog. She's got little ears, so those are all right. But the ones that got those big flappy ears, like Dumbo ears, they gotta go. You know what I mean? I hate to say it like that, but just is what it is. All the best, bro. Have a good weekend. Catch you soon. Send the rest of the Ricans my best. Yeah, all right, cool. Next week we're gonna be on Wednesday on the No Fly Zone. Also, tomorrow, everything goes right, I'm gonna go to the XL Bully thing, and I'm gonna take pictures and probably do some lives and shorts from there. You know what I mean? I've been building the channel. I'm building the channel, man. It's been somewhat slow, but I've been gaining the last couple of months. I've probably doubled my overall subs in the last couple of months. I just had 300 not too long ago, and I'm already at 600 plus now. So, I'm gonna keep at it. I'm doing my thing, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that sub to the channel, watches the videos, and especially the ones that comment. You too, Grant. You have a good weekend. And I send mine to you and the family over the pond. And much love to Scotland, bro. You know, everybody else, I appreciate each and every one of y'all too as well. And also that are here watching, even if you haven't commented, I appreciate you. Also, those that are going to watch this after it's uploaded onto the channel, I appreciate you guys as well. It's already 4 o'clock. I'm tired. For 3 hours plus drive. I left at let me see. I left about 10 o'clock, and I'm just getting back into town now. It's 4 o'clock, so that's 6 hours right there. Wait. I left at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 6 hours. So 3 hours, well, 3.5 hours of driving, and then I was there for about an hour and a half, about 2 hours. I was there at the vet. I had to give him a hand. So, anyways, it was good. Yeah, leave it with me. I will help. My brother, take care. Yep. I'll holler at you, Brent. Thanks for stopping in. So I believe tomorrow, Saturday, I believe UFC. Let me see. I believe UFC. Let me see. When is UFC 284? Let's find out. It is. What is the date of this? Dilio. So weigh-ins. Yeah, so weigh-ins are today. So yeah, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is UFC 284. We got double belt, right? Double belt fight for the featherweight. Volkanovski Alexander, who's 25-1, is facing Islam Makhachev, who is 23-1, and he is the lightweight champ. So whoever wins that fight's gonna be a double champion. And then we got Yair Rodriguez. He's 15-3, 0-1, no contest against Josh Emmett, 18-2. That's the featherweight as well. Oh, that's a featherweight title. A featherweight fight. And then we got, which is a co-main event, and we got a welterweight fight between Jack Della Magdalena, 13 wins, 2 losses, going up against Randy Brown, 16 wins, 4 losses. And then we got a heavyweight fight with Justin Tafa, 5 wins, 3 losses, going up against Parker Porter. Parker Porter is 13 wins, 7 losses. And we got a light heavyweight fight. Jimmy Crute, 12 wins, 3 losses, is going up against Alonzo Menefield, 13 wins, 3 losses. They got decent records there. Everybody does. Nobody has a losing record except for, nobody has a losing record, but the only one that's kind of close is Josh Tafa, 5 wins, 3 losses. So that's pretty good. So that's what's up for tomorrow. I don't understand how they're gonna make a co-main event with this Rodriguez, 15 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws, and 1 no contest, versus Josh Emmett, who's 18-2. When you got these guys fighting for a double belt, that should be the sole freaking main event. I don't understand the freaking co-main event shit. Don't make no sense to me. Book him, Dano. What's that cop doing? Is he making a U-turn? He keep going straight. He went straight. Okay, let's see what anybody's talking about here. See, Grant took off. Sean just tapped in. What's up, Lou? How you been, player? I've been good. Just got back from Vacaville. Just took my dog to get her ears, her stitches removed from her ears because I had her ears cropped. Look at this car behind me. Literally on my ass. And I'm driving 52 miles an hour in a 40, and this motherfucker's right on my ass. I'm about ready to stop my brake. You know what I mean? Fucking chump. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. just got back. Like I said, it took me literally 6 hours to drive up there and drive back, but it was like 3.5 hours of driving. Actually, close to 4 because I had pulled over to fix this thing here, the phone, and then I was there for about an hour and a half. So, but everything worked out good with the years. Going to the XL Bully, Cupid Bully thing tomorrow, and it's gonna be all good in Hollywood. Feel me? Yeah, yeah. I gotta go get some Epsom salt. So I'm back in town. How you been, Sean? Sean, how you been, Sean? Sean, hey, Sean. Let's see. Been an hour and a half. This is my second live for today, and I did a video too earlier. On the fucking, I don't know if it was a bomb threat or if it was some type of violence threat towards the hospital, but this happened a few days ago. But I've been meaning to drop the video on it, and it keeps slipping my mind. Like I kept forgetting about it, and then also on top of that, I forgot to even last night I was like, what was that video I was gonna do, and I couldn't even remember. It like slipped my mind. I was so tired yesterday. I mean, like I'm tired today. I be getting up at, after work. I get off in the morning now, and I get right to busy, doing things. You know what I mean? Doing errands. Like today, almost 200 miles I put on the car today. It was 80 something miles each way. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, player. It is what it is. Let's see. Let me go over here and get me I'm thirsty, man. I need some sugar. I need some sugar, but I'm not talking about pour some sugar on me. We ain't doing that. Pour some sugar on me. Some more Def Leppard. Man, there's a lot of cars in here. Let's see. To the beach, y'all. Boom, doo boom, doo boom, dooch. Boom, doo 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 dooch. Ice, ice. Boom. So let's see. Super Bowl also this weekend, right? I don't know if there's any boxing this week. Let me see. Who's boxing tomorrow night? Boxing schedule. Let's see. Boxing this weekend. You got Ray Vargas is set to take on Shaki Foster live. Never heard of that one. Adam Azim is set to face Santos Reyes. Okay. That's old. So let's see. We do got some decent fights. We got Plant coming up. Okay, Vargas is 36-0. He's fighting Foster 19-2. That's on the 12th. And it's for the super featherweight WBC title. That's what we got with that. Other than that, I think that's it. Amanda Serrano won last week big to become the first Puerto Rican to win in the four-barrel era. Give me a second, people. Damn. So damn expensive to come through the fucking drive-thru. It's fucking crazy. It's insane, I say. It's insane, I say. Let's see. Boxing fight schedule. Yeah, that's all we got for that. People's really nothing happened with boxing tonight. So yeah, that's what we got going with that. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out. I've been on for a minute. I think everybody pretty much bounced by now. I just see it says one person, but no comments. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. Everybody be responsible tonight.
The double quarter pounder meal with the large cokes, $14.59.
So everybody be responsible. No drunk driving. No any of that shit, man. Always be aware. Know your surroundings. When you get in your car, lock your doors. You know what I mean? You guys know the usual spiel. Call that, have that designated driver set up. If you're going to go out and having some drinks, you're going to go to the club, the bar, wherever. Have that designated driver. If not, make sure you got your Uber, everything situated with your Uber account and all that. Or call a taxi if you got to. And at the very, very least, if you have to, walk. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth catching. It's better to catch the drunk in public or under the influence in public than to catch a vehicle or manslaughter or something. Okay, so take that for what it's worth. You know what I mean? I don't want to see nobody hurt nobody, man. So do what's right. And if you see anything that doesn't feel right, trust your gun instinct and get the hell out of there. You know what I mean? Exit as soon as you can. Get yourself in a safe place. And yeah, you know what I mean? Always trust your gut instinct. It's there for a reason, or it happens for a reason that way. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Big Lou, gonna tap on out for now. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that's came by and tapped in with me today for the second time. Watch the videos, and yeah, I wish you guys the best, positive, and productive Friday. Sheesh. All right, man. All right. Thank you. Yeah, me too. All right, people. I'm gone again. Oh, shit. Now I got 5 people in here. You know what? I'm going to keep going then. We got Marcus Rollins. What's going on, Marcus? What's happening, boy? We got Mikey. I got it, Mikey. Who else we got in here? Damn, we just went from nobody in here to 5 people. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Mike, are you still in New York or are you in Florida now? That's what's up. I appreciate you, Marcus, helping me out with that today. Appreciate it, man. She's doing good. I just got off the freeway right now, barely. I made it home, and I'm gonna take her to go use the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna go to the store and get those things that Uncle D told me to get. Damn, man. Don't even look, man. These kids, man. What's wrong with these kids, man? They just go out in the middle of the street, don't even look. New York, New York. That's right. No boxing tomorrow. It just seems like there's one fight for the super featherweight WBC title. I think the dude's name's Reyes. His last name. He's fighting a cat named Foster. Other than that, UFC, Mikey, and that's about it with the fight game this week. No boxing last week. Amanda Serrano became the first Puerto Rican ever to be undisputed. Trinidad never did it. Cotto never did it. There was only 3-belt era at that time. Cotto was around partly with the 4-belt era, but with Trinidad it was a 3-belt era. WBC, WBA, IBF. And he got 5 world titles Trinidad won. He won the IBF welterweight title first. Then he won the WBC welterweight title. Then he went up and got WBA. I think it was WBA and the IBF junior middleweight titles. And then he won the WBA middleweight. I believe it was the WBA middleweight. He won from, he beat William Joppy. Knocked the fuck out of him. And then it was a wrap, man. Trinidad's career never, after that, he had a comeback fight against Mayorga. And then I think he had a title fight against Winky Wright. And then that was it. That was the last time. for a man only had 2 losses, at that time. Then he ended up losing to Roy Jones Jr. later on, but he came back from retirement after like being out for a few years to fight Roy Jones Jr. And they fought at light heavyweight, which that's way out of Tito's range by that time. Saying he was a welterweight, and Roy just had his way with him, knocked him around. You know what I mean? Dropped him a few times. Well, we know Tito would get dropped a lot, anyways. You know what I mean? It's just that's just how he was. He said, "Unc just got the link." Okay, Eagles bet the house. Yeah, I got the Eagles too, because I'm not, I'm a Raider, so I don't fuck with no Chiefs. You know what I mean? That's on Cetus. You don't know what Cetus means? That means on mamas. I don't fuck with no Broncos. I don't fuck with no Chiefs. I don't fuck with no Chargers. I don't fuck with no Seattle Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? I barely started. The Bills used to be in that category for me as well because of the 1991 season where we got stomped by them. 1991. Excuse me. We got stomped 55-3. That's when the Bills beat us in the AFC Championship game. That was the year that Bo got hurt. Bo got hurt and fucked his hip up against the Bengals, and we beat the Bengals in the what do you call that? The divisional game. You know what I mean? They beat us. We beat them, and then we went on to play Buffalo, and they just tore us up. But I like what Buffalo's doing, man. I just disappointed with them the last couple seasons because I thought they were going to take care. This year I thought they played Cincinnati, right? And then it was a Cincinnati. Cincinnati beat them, right? Yeah. And last year was the Chiefs. They were going back and forth. But the Chiefs had the last say in that game. That was a big disappointment because I like Josh Allen big time. He's a fucking stud, man. You know what I mean? He's definitely a stud. I like what he does. You know what I mean? The Notion. Glad to help. The Notion. Oh, the Nation. My bad. Right? The Nation. Nation of what? Islam? I'm playing with you. The Raider Nation. Fucking Dragon 1982. No Reborn, huh? It's just Dragon 82 now. Yo, what's up, yo? Word. No doubt. The Eagles. Yeah, so if you guys haven't already, be sure to sub to the No Fly Zone Ricans. We're gonna be on the 15th. Let's see. The 15th. Let's see. 15th. Yeah, the 15th at 7 what is it? At 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm gonna put that link right quick. So if you guys haven't, go and sub to the No Fly Zone Ricans. Be highly appreciated. Hopefully, with everybody's schedules, we'll get a regular a regular deal going back, a regular schedule going on with that. I just dropped it right there. Be sure to hit that like button before you guys tap out. Let's see. Oh, it's not working, huh? Oh, that didn't work? No, it didn't work. So let me do it this way. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. David Clark, what's going on? That's Uncle Dave. Pops Dave. Let's see. Let me do it this way. It's not, for some reason, it's not working when I typed it. Let's see. Yeah, Uncle Dave, I barely got back in town right now. about 10, maybe 10 minutes. Long drive. It was faster coming back than going up, though. That's for sure. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it, so I can post that link real quick. Okay, no fly zone. So not only do I have this channel right here at What to Do with Big Lou, I also have I'm part of the No Fly Zone Ricans. And I just dropped that link right there. The first link is not working for some reason. The second link is. I'm trying to erase the first link, but it's not letting me erase it. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Okay, I erased that one. So if you guys don't mind, hit the, let's see, that link right there. You guys haven't already. Yeah, shout out to DC Breedem. Pocket bullies. I believe they just have pocket bullies. Right, guys? Right, Marcus and DC. I don't know if you consider any of the females micros, or are they all pockets? I'm not sure. I'm still learning when it comes to those micros, nanos, pocket, all those different names. Exotic. I don't even know the difference what exotic is and all that yet. You know, I've always been an XL dude. You know what I mean? Let's see. You need to hit me up so I can get that caller start. Yeah. Well, here, I'm gonna drop my my email right now. Dragon Reborn, hit me on the email, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there's my email right there. Screenshot it real quick when it pops up. Okay, yeah. So they got, yeah. So again, there's my email. It just popped up. Screenshot it real quick, and then anybody else, if you guys haven't already, on the screen here, I put the link to the No Fly Zone Ricans. Sub to it if you haven't already. So yeah, they have pockets and exotics at DC Breedem's kennels, right? They got some badass dogs. If you guys go to my shorts, and I did a quick little 30-second video or 45-second video in the short section on his kennels, and there's about 10 dogs there, 10 or 12, something like that, 8, 10, 12, somewhere around there. Nice looking bullies. Check them out. Feel free to comment. You know what I mean? Drop a comment. And yeah, so they hooked me up with a shirt. I will drop the shirt later on once I get home and open it up. I'll put it on the channel. They hooked me up with a shirt. DC Breedem. So DC Breedem and Warren's Finest Kennels. Shout both them kennels out, man. Good people. You know what I mean? Okay, you got it. You got it, Dragon 82. So give me an email, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. And also, DC Breedem, they show their dogs too, and they got some winners over there. You know, maybe we can, you know, figure something out. You know, when I'll start going to some more of these shows, like I'm gonna go tomorrow. They're going to another one in a different area. Same area, but different area. If it makes any sense to you. So it's still Northern California. They're going to the East Bay, and I'm now in the Valley. So I'm going to go to one that's in the Valley tomorrow, and they're going to one in the East Bay. So that's what's up with that. But yeah, give me an email and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've been on for like almost 2 hours, and I've talked about a whole lot of stuff. The dogs. I've talked about some football. You know, I talked some boxing, a little bit of UFC. Oh yeah, we'll find out what's going on with what they're gonna do with Derek Carr as far as trading them, or are they gonna go ahead and cut him. I believe the deadline is, I know it's next week, but I think it's the the 15th or the 16th. And I got confirmation today, just a little bit ago, from a big name person, as far as, well, as family wise, he's became, because he shares the same name as his dad has. His dad was a big figure in a certain lifestyle. He's still around. We talked on the phone, and he's going to come on. Originally, I was going to have him come on and talk about, he still might, but he wants to do a boxing video first, a boxing live stream. So I don't know yet if we're going to talk about our current pound for pound guys, and also touch on the pound for pound list on some of the Box Recs or the Ring magazine, current pound for pound listing, or if we're going to do our own, a heavyweight list. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. But he's supposed to be coming on next Wednesday around 8 o'clock Eastern time, 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern time. So that'll be 5 or 6 our time here on the West Coast. So I'm looking forward to that, because he's very knowledgeable. He's not as old as me, but he's in his 30s. So he's still, he's not a youngster. You know what I mean? Even some people would probably call him that. Older people, they would call me that too. So, but he's very knowledgeable in boxing, and he's got some of the same views as I do about boxing, how boxing has became over the last few years with all the politics and the bullshit. Instead of putting the best fighters in there with the best fighters, now it's like you got to be the best fighter. You're fighting one of the best fighters with the best fighters that's under that promotion. That's where it's at now. The politics got ridiculous. They don't want to put up like somebody from Top Rank, Bob Arum, with somebody with PBC, Al Heyman guys, because then they got to split money. And rather it be Bob Heyman with two of his fighters. That way, Top Rank gets all the money on the promotional level. You know what I mean? Same thing with Al Heyman and PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. Same thing. He wants both his fighters to fight each other. That way, him and his people, his company pockets all the money. Same thing with DAZN. DAZN. Match, what is it called? Matchroom. I think that's Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. Golden Boy. Money Team Mayweather. All that bullshit, man. Boxing ain't what it was. Mayweather fucked that up by everybody's so worried about their fucking they don't even want to fight like a top-notch contender like Gerard Ennis, for example. Boots, he's fucking 28-0, 29-0 with 26 knockouts, 23 knockouts, whatever it is. His last fight, he went the distance. So now people are saying, oh, is he just, is he not really all that? It's just a crock of shit. But you got guys like Crawford and Spence. They don't even want to get in the ring with him because it's too big of a risk. What's too big of a risk? You're old? It's like back in the day, fighters, that wasn't a thing. All fighters had losses. Chavez was like one of the last ones, fucking 89-0, 87-0. You know what I mean? Before that, it was basically just Rocky Marciano, 49-0. Larry Holmes went 48-0, then he lost to Spinks, and he lost that, right? The only 4 boxers I can think of off the top of my head, it was Marciano, 49-0. Finito Lopez finished 53-0-1, 1 draw, 53 wins, no losses. Andre Ward, 32-0, and Mayweather, 50-0. Other than that, like I said, Chavez got his first loss after like 87 or 89 pro fights. I'm not sure exactly Sugar Ray Robinson, but he went like a gang of wins before he finally lost, and then he went on like another 90 win streak before he lost again. You know what I mean? But then at that time he kept fighting, and it was too late. It was already over. You know what I mean? By that time he was still fighting for money, and he ended up getting some losses, but that was way later. You know what I mean? So there's no way I would put Mayweather pound for pound over guys like Chavez and Sugar Ray Robinson. I got Sugar Ray Robinson #1 all-time pound for pound. You know what I mean? So it was back when guys, the best fought the best. They didn't give a fuck about no losses, and that was it. You know what I mean? There was no politics and fucking, he's with him and I'm with that guy and and just get in the fucking ring and let's get it. You know what I mean? And that was another thing too. Back in the day, it wasn't even like guys wanted to get all 3 belts. A lot of times it was you would get a unified champion. He would have 2 belts most of the time, and then he would go up and wait. They didn't. you know, that wasn't a thing. Now it's a thing. You got you know, you got Charlo at 154. He's undisputed. You got Devin Haney at lightweight. He's undisputed, which is 135. Charlo's 154. You got Canelo 168, undisputed. Possibly light heavyweight. We might be having a undisputed, you know, clash because Bivol has one belt, and then Beterbiev has the other 3 belts. Both Eastern European, Russian style fighters. That's going to be a good one. Also, if the heavyweights get in there, you know, Fury and Usyk, you know, Usyk got 3 belts, Fury got 1 belt. So it's possible those will be 2 more divisions that possibly will have an undisputed. You know, back when I was growing up, it was just a 3-belt era. And depending on, you know, the IBF didn't come out until 78. Larry Holmes was the first IBF champion, 1978. They gave him the inaugural heavyweight title, IBF. But a lot of people think the WBC is the oldest belt, but actually the WBA is the oldest. But for some reason, the green belt, which is the WBC, seems like the whole most prestige, right? I know when it comes to the heavyweight division, a lot of the heavyweight champions in the 80s were like, they're mediocre champions compared to the WBC and the IBF champ. For example, Greg Page, Mike Weaver, Michael Dokes, who else? There's another 1 or 2. Larry Donald, I think, was one. Pinklin Thomas. Those were all WBA champs, and they heavyweight champs, and they didn't seem to be as powerful as the WBC heavyweight champ. You know, it just, you know, it is what it is. But all right, people, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out. I just hit 2 hours and 2 minutes. I appreciate everybody. Dragon Reborn 82, hit me on the email. Shoot me yours, and we'll go from there. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. He does leather work. So he mentioned the collar. Maybe I don't know. Can you do harnesses too? You know, maybe if we can get something going there. Maybe we can lock something in, some type of business as far as you know, with the dog shows and stuff. Because I know you do good work. I've seen your wallet work. I've seen a couple other things you've done. So I know you do good work. You know what I mean? So I appreciate it, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and tap out. So remember, everybody be safe. Always know your surroundings. Be aware. Like I said, man, you get in your car, lock your door, man. You don't want to give somebody the chance to get the drop on you. You know, opening up your door, you're pretty much at their mercy. You know what I'm saying? If you get that gut feeling that something ain't right, get the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? You got that gut feeling, like I said, for a reason. And trust it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, nowadays, man, you just gotta, you can't be giving the benefit of doubt to people no more. There's too many people out there looking to get people. It's just, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on out. Big Lou tapping on out. Enjoy yourself and be safe, peoples. I'm gone.